time, and then it's your turn. Does that sound good? And we'll talk about it. Okay. Adam lay with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks, and Cain was a worker of the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to the Lord. But Abel brought fat portions from the firstborn of his flock. And the Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering. But on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. God said to Cain, why are you angry, and why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it. So Cain said to his brother, let's go out into the field. And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. God said to Cain, where's your brother Abel? I don't know, Cain replied. Am I my brother's keeper? So God said to Cain, what have you done? Look, your brother's blood is calling out to me from the ground. Today you are under a curse and driven from the soil, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood by your own hand. You will work the ground, and it will no longer yield its crops for you, but you will be a restless wanderer on the earth. Cain said, my punishment is more than I can bear. Today I am being driven from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer, and whoever finds me will kill me. But God said to him, not so. Whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over. And God put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. And Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain lay with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. This was while Cain was building a city, and he named the city after his son, Enoch. Y'all start. All right, so here's how this should work. Tell as much of the pieces as you can, and if you hear your friends leave something out and you want to add something to it or correct it in some way, then do that in a nice and an appropriate and encouraging way. And I'll help us if we need help with this. But let's try and get all the details, every little piece.
Adam lay with his wife Eve, and she gave birth to Cain. And she said, with God's help, I brought forth a man.
Good.
And later she gave birth to his brother Cain. Abel.
Good. All right, somebody else take over. Good. That was great, Nate. Somebody else take over. You got Melanie.
Okay. Wait, is this thing about what they do?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get this confused.
No, you're good.
Cain was the one that did the field.
Right.
Right? And then Abel did the flock.
Good.
And then...
That's good. Let's stop there. So what does Scripture say right there? Now, Abel, what? Let's try and get this word for word, the Scripture says.
Abel was the keeper.
No,
Keeper of the flock.
Abel kept flocks,
Oh.
and Cain
Keeper of the land.
was a worker of the soil. Excellent. Okay. Now what happens? What happens next?
Abel gave the fat portions of the first of the flocks.
Good.
God, and Cain gave some of his portions of his fruit to God.
Good. Okay. So in the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruit of the soil as an offering to the Lord. But Abel brought fat portions from the firstborn of his flock. What happened?
God looked for
Abel and what? And his offering, right?
Yeah.
God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but
He didn't have favor on Cain's offering.
Good.
Cain and his offering.
good. But on Cain and his offering, the Lord did not look with favor. All right, so what happens after God doesn't look with favor on Cain?
Cain gets angry and his face was down. Downcast.
Excellent. Was he just angry?
He was
Furious.
jealous.
He was
Jealous?
very angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about his jealousy in a minute. That's great. That's one of the big points I want to talk about. Cain was very angry. Not just angry, but very angry. And his face was downcast. So what does God do in response to this?
Says, why are you angry and
Good.
why you have your face downcast?
Good.
If
And who's saying this?
God,
God's saying this to who?
Cain.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Keep going.
Uh,
God says 2 more things to him.
sin is crouching at your door, it will come and take over you.
It desires to have you.
Yeah, and you must.
Master it.
Yeah,
Master.
master it. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. That's the fourth thing he says. What's the third thing he says?
If you do what's right, will you not be accepted?
Perfect. Good. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door and it desires to have you. You must master it. So what happens?
The king asked Abel to walk in the fields, and then
Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field."
and then he attacked and killed him.
Good.
Then God came along and he said, "Where is your brother?" He said, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?"
Who said that?
God. Oh no, Cain said that.
To God. Right. Perfect. Okay. What happens next?
God says, "What have you done?"
Good.
And he said, "Your brother's blood comes to me."
Good. Yep. That's perfect. He said, "What have you done? Look." He says, "Look." And he's kind of just like calling his attention. Your brother's blood is calling out to me from the ground. Keep going. What else does God say to him? This is the hard part. Yeah. You're under a curse and driven from.
Driven from the land which
Good.
it opens his mouth for you, your brother be slain.
You're right.
He is slain with your own hand.
Good. Okay. So God said, "Today you're under curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your own hand." But that was perfect. You got all the ideas right. That's great. Okay. And now God continues. What does it say? What will the land not do now?
The land will not
Yield.
yield crops.
Yield its crops for you. Okay. And you will be what?
A wanderer, restless wanderer.
Perfect. On the earth. You will,
Yeah.
So the ground will no longer yield its crops for you, and you will be a restless wanderer on the earth. How does Cain respond to this curse and this punishment?
It's overwhelming.
Okay. Good. What does he say?
I will be driven from
That's coming. First, he says, "My punishment is what?"
too much.
Yeah, more than I can bear. Excellent. Okay. What does he say next?
I will be driven from the land.
Good. Today I am driven from the land,
And
From your presence.
hidden from your presence. Perfect.
and people will track them.
I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. You got that? That's great. Okay? What does God say to him?
No one will be able to kill you.
He says, the Lord said, "Cain, not so." What does he say? Whoever
Whoever kills you will
have
face the
vengeance
wrath
7
times.
Good. Whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over. And what is
And he puts a mark on Cain.
Good.
Cain.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And he leaves east of Eden, and he lives
Wait,
with
hang on. What was the mark for?
He said, if anyone finds you, he will not kill you.
Yeah, so that no one who found Cain would kill him. Good. Go ahead.
Then he leaves east of Eden. And
Where does he leave?
No,
To not.
No, where does he leave from?
The land.
the land.
Presence of
That.
God.
The Lord's presence. Cain
Yeah.
left. Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of
No.
Nod. Okay, good.
East of Eden.
East of Eden. Good. Okay. Last part.
Laid with his wife, he gave birth to a son Enoch while he was building the city.
He gave birth to this one?
His wife did. I said he laid with his wife who gave birth to
Oh.
his son.
Okay.
Cain lay with his wife, who became pregnant, and she gave birth to Cain. This was while Cain was building a city, and he named it after his son.